and I'll invite Aileen to share her screen so that we can look at Curipod. And this is very much a case of saving the best for last.
Well, we'll try. Right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you've got either an iPad or a phone or something with you, because what I'm going to do is take you through this as if you're a student. The best way we've found to get people to understand Curipod is to actually play with it. So you should have a QR code on the screen. If you scan that and just put your name in, and the Curipod will give you a game name. What have we got tonight? Just turn this down. Turn the music down, so it gets a bit mental after a while. Cool androids, exciting pizzas. So from the very beginning, what you will see is that the students go in completely anonymously. Their names are not on the screen. The only person who knows what names on the screen are connected to the students is you, and I'll show you later on how that works. What was I going with that one? Oh, I know what I was going to say, the GDPR side of it that you mentioned earlier on. Curipod is totally GDPR'd up. They are totally in line with what Europe wants us to be. So that's why we can quite comfortably use it in the classroom without worrying. Right, let's start showing you some of the things that Curipod can do and you can start using in your classroom. One of the very first things you will probably do, because it is the simplest thing to do, is a poll. So our question is, how comfortable are you with using AI in the classroom? And this should pop up on your devices with your choices. She says, hopefully, there we go. People's answers are starting to come in. Now I can see on my moderator screen, which is my iPad at the moment, how everybody's answering. But when it comes up on the screen, nobody is going to know who has said what. So it's really made my students a lot more confident in the classroom with answering. Oh, nice. So we've got nobody at the bottom end and we're all kind of sitting in the middle. Hopefully, if I've remembered to plan this right, we'll do this again at the end, and I will hopefully have moved you up the slides a little bit. Right, well, answer generator. With what fears come to mind regarding the use of AI in education? We're just going to keep this short and sweet. So 1 minute, you're going to get to put in your answers. What's worrying you, or what might be a fear about using AI in education? Now you can use the generator to come up with questions, or you can put them in yourself. It doesn't matter. I'll stop talking so people can think. Yes, Caroline, you're quite right. That is a concern. A couple more answers coming in. Excellent. No, you're all right, Fiona. We'll be okay. They're not going to get rid of us that quickly. We've got about 20 seconds left. Now you can maybe see in the corner there that if you're doing this in class and you realised your students are needing more time, you can add time on. If they're getting too rowdy and you're thinking, right, we need to shut this down, you can stop it as well, and you can call it short and get things back under control again. This is the bit kids love. You are going to get the chance to vote on everybody else's answers, and we're going to get a top 3. So 2 at a time will appear on your screen, and you get a chance to vote on these. The students absolutely love voting, and the more you use it, the more sophisticated you get using it, and the more sophisticated they get. My little 3rd year class today were doing it to evaluate each other's SQA questions, and the feedback and the answers they were giving me was just getting better and better and better. So it might feel like a game, but there's a benefit there to them evaluating their work. And they like seeing if they win. Who have we got? Making mistakes. We've got 7 votes to make mistakes. Yes, as Kerry was saying, there is a concern, but with all things, whether it was a Google search or using ChatGPT, you've got to check what you're putting on. Waste time trying to get things and not getting what I'm needing or wanting. Yeah, I'll admit the first couple of times I used ChatGPT, I'm going, this is not what I want. But the more you use it, the better you get at using it. So this is the kids like seeing how many votes they get. They like seeing how they come on the table. You can have great discussions about, okay, look, why did we not vote for this one? Why did we not vote for this one? and you can make the polls almost anything you want. Please bear with me. This is like the speed version of it. So we've had a look at problems with AI. What's the benefits of it? You can personalize learning to levels, to classes, to individual students. One of the things I'm going to show you tonight is how instant feedback you can give. I have classes of 30 every period coming in and going out. I cannot give feedback to them really quickly. You can do administrative tasks, as Kerry's already shown you, and the level of engagement that ramps up in your classroom, you will not believe until you actually see it in your classroom. It doesn't do away with other things. This afternoon, my fourth years wanted to end the lesson with doing good old-fashioned hangman on the board. So AI doesn't get rid of all of that, but it just gives you an extra string that you can use. Why in particular should you be using Curipod? I'm going to show you in real time. I've got a video in real time of how quickly this can make up lessons. And for those of us who have already got our lessons that we hold dear to our hearts and we've spent hours and blood and sweat and tears doing them, you can upload them into Curipod and you can add the extra stuff in. Student engagement is increasing, and I haven't got a chart that I could show you right now, but I know from the answers that I get in class, my student attainment is going up and up and up since I started using this in the spring of this year. They love the interactive elements. They love the fact that you can fit videos, you can fit Canva into it. It's taken away the fear of Eric, one of the co-founders. He always says he's got Hermione complex, so he's always shooting his hand up to answer the question. Because you get rid of that, you get more people participating in it. So even a quiet wee kid who sits in the back will start participating in this. And it does have a whole load of pre-made stuff. You can go into the Discover section and nab other people's lessons. You can add on to your own, you can create your own. There's a whole choice there that you can use from it. Now this is, oh, I'm really hoping I got this to work right, because this is me on Canva. This is in real time generating a lesson. Okay, so you just click on generate the lesson, click on full lesson. I gave it the topic of, I think it was Christmas traditions. Yes, it was. And then I changed the grade level. It's American grades, but you can work it out quite quickly how it compares. You hit the do magic button and then you just let it run. I have run straight with a lesson that the AI's generated and not changed it, but usually you'll change it. That is how quick you can get yourself a lesson. In under a minute, you can have a lesson in front of you ready to go. I have had panics at the end of lessons where a film's running out and I've got 15 minutes left. And while the title, the credits are running at the end of the film, I had AI come up with a lesson based on that film. And we spent the last 15 minutes lesson doing an excellent recap on the film using Curipod. And the kids had no idea I'd been sitting panicking, typing this in while they were watching the end of the film. So that is genuinely, I haven't edited that. That is as quick as you can get this to work. They are making generators absolutely every single week. These are just some of the AI generators that are available on Curipod at the moment, and you will find everything from social and emotional stuff to polls like you saw at the beginning, full projects. They're doing an awful lot in English language at the moment. They've got some brilliant Christmas stuff coming out, and a lot of these are actually from work they have done with teachers. So a lot of these generators are from discussions that they have had with teachers, and they then go away and generate something, and before you know it, it's on the screens and it's a teacher generated lesson, which is absolutely brilliant. If you want to what they call curify your lesson, so you've got your own lesson on PowerPoint or Canva, something like that, you can just go to curify your slides, click the button just as you saw me do in the little video to generate a lesson. It will upload your PowerPoint and it will add in some activities related to what's in your lesson. So the AI actually reads your lesson and generates questions to go along with it. Obviously, like all of these, you can go in and you can add your own and change it, but instantly you've got a brand new level of PowerPoint that's sitting there. This one, I'm chucking it in because the kids absolutely love it, and I'll let you start seeing the capabilities of AI. The brain break, the AI chooses a topic. Let's see how your drawing skills are, folks, at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Draw me a banana with sunglasses and a bow tie. You should, in the top left-hand corner of your screen, if you're on an iPad, have a color changer. If you're on a phone, the bottom left-hand corner will let you change colors. Yeah, these are looking good. Liking these. Juliet, I'm liking the bow tie. Kerry's all about the colour here. Scott's got the glasses on first. You can generate a brain break in a couple of seconds if you're needing to fill time. I've asked kids about it, as in, is it just a waste of time in the middle of a lesson? Is it just a silly? But the feedback I've got is actually, no, we really like it because it gives our brains a chance to process what you've spoken about, and then move on to the next part of the lesson. And if you start digging in a bit, Curipod, you'll realise that you can target it to what you want. You can upload a picture and have them draw over the top of it. It's not just about Becky, he's gorgeous. I love him. It's not just about drawing bananas with sunglasses and a bow tie. There's a whole raft of stuff that you can do with this. Susan, you're starting to worry me, but I'm going to trust the process. These are coming in. Right, we're up 40 seconds, folks.
Can I just jump in and ask, Aileen, just to point out in case this isn't clear, because I've never seen someone doing this and it's really interesting, because you can see who everybody really is, you can see everyone in real time, and just in case anyone's wondering how she knows who's doing what, she is going to come to that, I think, in a second and explain that. So don't panic if she's calling out your banana just now.
No, you're all right. I've done this. I've chosen a banana deliberately, because I'll explain to you how the moderator bit works. Okay, we've got about 6 seconds left, folks. Final flourishes. And it wouldn't be a Curipod if we didn't get to vote. Who's got the best banana? Last 10 seconds. Take that noise off because I've been listening to it all day. There we go. Who's our winner? Oh, 11 votes. There's our winning banana. Isn't he lovely? And again, you can see there's no names up. So you're not embarrassing kids. You're not worrying them. It's all going to come up completely anonymous, and they always ask to see all of them. So if you want, you can go on and show them. Now, obviously, I'm a secondary school teacher. If I'm asking 14-year-old boys to draw a banana, I am going to be slightly nervous about this. And this is where the moderator tool comes in. So right back at the beginning, when you guys were all logging in, I clicked on this little wheel at the bottom. It gives me a QR code. I scan that on a separate device, and it lets me see everybody's names. I see in real time what you are doing. If there's anybody drawing a banana that they shouldn't be drawing, I can kick it out of the game. All right, so it doesn't appear on the screen. If there's anybody who's really pushing the boundaries, you can remove them entirely from the lesson. So you have complete control over what goes on the screen behind you, and you can see what the children are doing. So if they're giving you an answer, I really like, Alfie, that was a good answer, you give me a presence, and you talk through it, and you give them that little bit of praise and encouragement as you go through. The moderator tool is an absolute godsend. I would highly recommend you get in there and get using that. They've also got a whole link of app smashes that go along with it. The nice thing about the YouTube is there are no adverts. You embed your YouTube video, and I'll show you just how easy that works. There are no adverts. You can embed your Canva in it. So if you've got something you want, you can pull it over. And I have heard rumor they're about to add DALL-E in, but I don't know how. Yes, exactly. I don't know how true that is. This is one of the YouTube videos by Eirik on a how-to. So I'll just really quickly show you how easy that is.
In this video, I'm going to give you a quick introduction into what Curipod is. So Curipod is an interactive teaching.
So unlike when I'm trying to embed YouTube into my PowerPoints, I've got to go through all the different steps of getting to YouTube. This goes straight to it, plays it inside your slide, and there's no adverts at all. This is the one that's floating everybody's boat at the moment, is the feedback that you can give by the AI. It's still a work in progress, but to be honest, even when the AI gets it wrong, it's led us to so many brilliant discussions on, right, why has the AI got it wrong? Why don't we trust it? So I'm going to ask you a question. How do you think AI in classrooms can help students learn and improve their educational experience? I'm going to give you 2 minutes. At the end of it, you are going to get feedback on that from the AI. So that should kick off around about now. 90 seconds left. So we've got some answers starting to come in. So I'm starting to see people's answers come up in my moderator tool. Got 60 seconds left coming up. You guys are really on your game. These are good. Okay, it's got about 5 people left, so I can even see how many people are left to put their answers in. Yep, you're quite right. Sorry, I should have said to you, the pin's at the top. If you do get kicked out, Wi-Fi in my classroom is not great. The kids can just jump straight back in again. So if the Wi-Fi does drop you, for about 30 seconds, just about 2 or 3 people have still got to get their answers in. And then I will hit the button for the AI to do its party trick. Oh, this is good. You all seem so excited. Yes. Sorry. This is why I'm not allowed caffeine at work. Oh, the gifts and things that you can choose are immense. Right. I am telling it to give you feedback. I have told it the question. I have told it how old you are. I've told it what I think roughly I'm going to be talking about. I click on the give feedback and you should start getting, there we go, instant feedback. Now, it's not perfect. They know this, but the more you use it, as with all AI, the better it gets. There is no way I can give, I've got 2 4th-year classes and 2 higher classes. I cannot give all those kids feedback every single day. It's just not feasible. If you've got a full class of 30 P2s or something, you're not going to be able to sit down and give feedback. But this gives them instant feedback that they can have a look at and you can talk about and say, right, what was good, what was bad about it. And the students, once they get to grips with it, once they understand how it works, and they get over the giggles, because there's always giggles with new things, they're really appreciating the fact of how quickly they get feedback, because they know how long it takes their teachers to give them feedback. Right, probably won't need a minute for this. We're going to create a great big word cloud, 3 features of Curipod that you would like to try out in your classroom when you get back there. A few ideas coming in. Again, word clouds, they're great for finding out knowledge at the beginning of a lesson, finding prior knowledge. They're great for finding out what retention is at the end of it. And I'm sitting here and I think I've forgotten to put the poll at the end of this lesson, but never mind, I'm sure you'll forgive me. 20 seconds left.
I wonder if it's worth mentioning, Aileen, the music, the fact that it's not like, because we can't hear it, but it's not like silent like this in your classroom.
No,
when it's
sorry.
happening.
Yeah, no, that's my speakers not picking up. Yeah, there is. We have asked, one of my 4th years did say, can they alter the music? And I put it back to Curipod and said, yeah, no, we haven't got any alternative music at the moment. But yeah, no, you're not sitting in absolute silence. So there we go. So most of you have said you're going to be looking at feedback, polls, lesson generators, interactive, brainstorming. So it gives you a chance to say, okay, a lot of us have gone for feedback. You can even see there, and on your screen, your moderator screen, you can see who said what. So you can say, okay, I'll go Alfie's brain again. Alfie, why did you pick this? Why did you pick that? And it gives you just a chance for it. Right, that is the very quick introduction to Curipod. If you want to try the premium version, the instructions are on the screen there. You can use my code to get the premium version, but the majority of it is free, and you can have as many lessons on there as you want for as long as you want. You do not have to pay to get it up and running, but the premium will get you access to some of the newer fancy dance stuff. But yeah, I mean, as Kerry was saying, you can find me on Twitter, you can get hold of me via Glow or School. Please just reach out if there's anything you want, and I'm more than happy to come out and visit schools and help people out if they want. So that is my super quick version of Curipod.
What an offer. I feel like you'll have a few people taking you up on that.
Oh,
Definitely coming in.
please do.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much, Eileen. You've done a fantastic job. I think I've seen this before and I'm like buzzing about it all over again. I haven't watched that. As you can see, folks, a really powerful tool. Lots in there. It's in the AI session, despite the fact that actually it does a lot of similar things to a lot of different things. But I think the point is the AI that sits behind it makes this an extra special, extra powerful tool. People sometimes see it and they go, "Well, it's just like Kahoot or it's just like GymKit." I would argue that it's not like those things.
It does an awful lot of, you would need to have about 3 or 4 different apps open, and
Yes.
this just pulls it all into one.
I totally agree. I definitely think it's useful. Just thinking back to the speed of how quickly you can generate stuff. Obviously, we've talked about you would check things and stuff before you put it in front of kids, and you can have a little look, you know, maybe if they're doing quiet reading time, or if, as Aileen said, they're on a different task, but they're looking like they're going to be finishing it up and you're going to have, you know, additional stuff. Really great for those days where half your class are unexpectedly gone
Yes.
because something has happened. There's an assembly, there's photographs, there's something that you've forgotten about or that you weren't told about. Half of them have disappeared. Really good for covering colleagues' lessons if the cover work isn't enough to fill the time. Go for it.
No, I was just agreeing with you. Yeah, if you end up the cover work takes like 20 minutes and you're sitting there with another half hour.
Yeah, what a great way to get everybody just up and engaged, and really good, I think, particularly in primary for that sort of tangential learning. So if you are learning about, I keep coming back to like the Romans, right? But let's say they become really interested in the Colosseum, for example, and that's not part of what you were planning to be teaching about. You could very quickly make up a quick little lesson that's 15, 20 minutes to complete that gets that interest and builds on that interest. You know, it's just so quick and easy to use. And definitely have a look at the premium offer from Aileen. As I say, or as she says, sorry, it's all free, or it's mostly free, but that premium offer is there for you. What I would like to do is just leave us then, because we're kind of at the tail end of the session today. I want us to leave us with this key message, and this is really what we're trying to get across, and hopefully this has come across today. It's that artificial intelligence is absolutely not a substitute for human intelligence. It is a tool that we can use to amplify human creativity and ingenuity. And in this case, for this session, doing things smarter, getting the tools to work smarter so you don't have to work harder. That's the kind of ingenuity that we're talking about. It's always you in collaboration with the machine. As I said right at the start, we're quite a wee bits away yet from the robot uprising, or for robot teachers, or any of that stuff that you might be hearing about or sort of thinking about. You know, that's a ways away. But what we can do now is harness the power of some of these tools to make our lives a little bit easier, to get back some of our time, and to really engage our children with tools that by the time they become grown-ups are going to be ubiquitous and they're going to be embedded into society. So hopefully that's been useful. I am going to do that.